What if I told you that Apple doesn't care about your text messaging experience? What's up guys, Jake here, and today I'm going to be talking about the ongoing battle between iMessage and Android messages. Let's start from the beginning all the way back to the original iPhone, but first I think we're actually going to need one, so there we go. So back when the original iPhone launched, it used short messaging service, or SMS, for texting along with all other phones at the time. This allowed you to send up to 160 characters to another person. After 2 long years of only having SMS, Apple finally brought multimedia messaging service, or MMS, to the iPhone 3G and 3GS. MMS allowed users to send 1,600 text characters, but it also included pictures, videos, and emojis. This was game-changing. But how could it get any better? On October 12, 2011, 4 years after the first iPhone was released, iMessage debuted. You can now send over 20,000 characters using text and high-quality videos using the new 100 megabyte text limit. MMS is only able to send text that contained up to 600 kilobytes of data. This means that the videos and pictures, well, look like this. Additionally, iMessage also allowed users to send end-to-end encrypted messages, documents, crisp photos, contact information, and group messages over the internet to other Apple devices. Notice how I didn't say iOS devices, because any message you receive on your iPhone is now received on your Mac, iPad, and Apple Watch. Since the initial release of iMessage, Apple has added more features like read receipts, a typing indicator, and now developers are even able to create specific apps for within iMessage. My favorite is Game Pigeon. I'm an 8-ball champ. People were blown away by iMessage, and now Apple users send about 200,000 iMessages every second. Think about that. 200,000 messages per second. That's insane. Now enough about iMessage. What's going on in the Android world while this is happening? Google has made many, and I mean many, attempts at creating their own messaging service like iMessage. You might remember Google Talk, Google Plus Huddle, Google Hangouts, Google Allo, Google Duo, Google Chat, Google Voice, and now Google Messages. Like I said, they've made many attempts. The current Google Messaging app uses what is called Rich Communication Services, or RCS. The end goal of RCS was to replace the SMS protocol. It launched on October 24, 2019 with features such as an 8,000 character limit, high-quality photos and videos using the new 100 megabyte text limit, emojis, end-to-end encryption for one-to-one conversations only, and even read receipts and typing indicators. Basically, it had all the same features as iMessage. Keep in mind that before RCS launched, users still had to use SMS or MMS to communicate, unless they used one of Google's messaging services that seemed to switch every few years, meaning they were unreliable. They could also use an internet texting app like WhatsApp, Telegram, or WeChat, but that's a bit different than the built-in messengers. Since 2019, Google has went all in on RCS and has been trying so hard to get Apple to implement it into the Apple Messaging app. Apple obviously doesn't like this and has decided to stick with SMS messaging for users who want to communicate with non-Apple devices. iMessage is one of Apple's key components to keeping users locked into the Apple ecosystem. Now this has caused a lot of controversy because there are many cases now where people have started to not include their friends or even family in group chats just because they have Androids. Users want to be able to name their group chats, add more people, send high quality photos and videos, and most importantly, use tapbacks correctly. One of the most annoying flaws iMessage users face when using MMS to text is with tapbacks. Every time someone reacts to a message on an iPhone in an MMS group chat, they all receive a text that says the name of the person and then whatever the emotion is. So in this case, let's say they liked the message, liked, and then whatever the text says in quotations. I've had it happen multiple times where I'll be in a group chat with about 20 people and someone sends a text and 12 of those people like the message. That means I get 12 separate texts that say blank, liked, and then whatever the message is. Just think that if Apple decides to implement RCS, all of these problems could go away. But wait.
Wait a minute.
Couldn't Apple just make iMessage multi-platform and include Windows and Android? Theoretically, yes, but will they? No. Back in 2013, Eddie Q, Apple's current Senior Vice President of Services, actually wanted to bring iMessage to other platforms, but was shot down by Craig Federighi.
No.
the current Senior VP of Software Engineering at Apple. So Apple is aware of this, but has decided not to do anything about it, for now. So here's my take. If I were Apple, I would not want to include RCS into Apple Messages. Not only would I potentially lose a huge chunk of customers, most of the features that are included in RCS were either invented by me or significantly built upon and made popular by me. Now, as an iPhone user though, who uses the messaging app every day, I would love for Apple to include RCS in the next major iOS update. It's pretty easy for them to implement, and it will make the experience of texting on an iPhone so much better. On the topic of messaging, I'm excited to share that me and the rest of the jakebrowntech team have a completely new messaging app in the works right now. It's built from the ground up and encompasses many features that we all use and love, along with some brand new ones. Now throughout this video, if you're wondering, wow, that's a really cool shirt and want one just like this, make sure you head over to shop.jakebrowntech. This is a new type of video for me, so if you enjoyed it and want to see more, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'm Jake, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.